Hello student, welcome to the class. Today we are going to discuss some reactions of acid and base. That means we see what happens when acid reacts with some other elements or metals. Similarly, we see what happens when base reacts with another substance or metals. So let us first see the reaction of acid and base with metal. So see, when acid reacts with a metal, it produces salt and hydrogen gas. Similarly, when base reacts with metal, it also produces salt and hydrogen gas. So you can write, when acid or base react with acids or bases react with metal, they produce salt and hydrogen gas. Right. So let us take an example. HCl is an example of acid. When HCl reacts with a metal, suppose sodium, then it produces sodium chloride. The salt, here the salt is sodium chloride and hydrogen gas. The symbol of hydrogen gas is H2. Now see, the reaction is not balanced. So how can we balance? See, here the number of hydrogen is 2. So put a 2 here. Now the number of chlorine become 2. So we have to put 2 before the NaCl. Now the number of sodium become 2. So we put a 2 here. So this is acid HCl which reacts with sodium to produce sodium chloride and hydrogen gas. Right? This is hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid reacts with sodium. Sodium metal. Sodium is metal. Okay? Produces sodium chloride. And hydrogen gas. Now let us take another example. It is H2SO4, which is another acid. Its name is sulfuric acid. H2SO4. When it reacts with a metal, suppose magnesium, then it produces MgSO4 plus H2. Okay, see whether the equation is balanced or not. If it is balanced, then okay, and if it is not balanced, then you have to balance it. Okay. So when H2SO4, that is sulfuric acid, reacts with magnesium metal, it produces magnesium sulfate and hydrogen gas. Now let us see the reaction of base with metal. Okay, these are the two examples of reaction of acid with metal. Now we will see reaction of base with metal. Sodium hydroxide, which is a base, it reacts with zinc, which is metal. It produces a salt, whose name is sodium zincate, and formula is Na2ZnO2 plus hydrogen gas. It is sodium hydroxide. Which is base, reacts with zinc to produce sodium zincate, and it is hydrogen gas. So base react with metal to produce salt and hydrogen gas. Similarly, acid also react with base metal to produce salt and hydrogen gas. Now let us see the second type of reaction, that is reaction of acid and base with each other. Reaction of acid with reaction of acid and base with each other. That is, in this reaction we have to see what happens when acid reacts with a base, okay, or base reacts with acid. So the general reaction is like this: acid react with base to produce salt and water. Right? Acid reacts with base to produce salt and water. Right? Acids react with bases to produce salt and water. There is a special name for this reaction. Okay, acid reacts with base to produce salt and water. This reaction is known as neutralization reaction. This reaction is known as neutralization reaction. Why this reaction is known as neutralization reaction? Since water is produced in this reaction, all the product of the reactions are neutral. Salt, it is also neutral, it is also neutral. Normally, thus the reaction, there will be a question asked to you, that is, why the reaction is known as neutralization reaction? This reaction is known as neutralization reaction since water is produced, which is neutral. Water is neither acidic nor basic. It is known as a neutral substance. So let us take an example. HCl, hydrochloric acid. It is an example of acid which reacts with another a base, NaOH. It is known as sodium hydroxide. When they react with each other, they produce a salt known as sodium chloride, NaCl. Along with it, water is produced. Okay, so HCl reacts with NaOH to produce NaCl and water. Acid, base, salt, water. Let us take another example of sulfuric acid H2SO4, which reacts with another base, calcium hydroxide. The formula of calcium hydroxide is CaOH2. Then what happens when sulfuric acid reacts with H2SO4? Sulfuric acid reacts with CaOH2. One product is fixed, which is H2O. Since see in the general reaction what happens? Salt and water. So water is fixed. The salt may be varied. So here the salt is CaSO4 and H2O. How we will come to know that which salt will produce? Just eliminate hydrogen from here and OH from here. The remaining part is NaNCl. So the salt which we produce is a product of the reaction between sodium and chlorine. Similarly, in this reaction, what is the product or what is the salt? Just eliminate hydrogen from here and OH from here. The remaining part is CaNSO4. So the reaction between calcium and sulfate. Okay. Now see another example, HCl plus MgOH2. Here what is the product? Salt is MgCl2 along with water. Okay. So you can see that what happens when acid and base reacts with each other. When acid and base reacts with each other, they produce salt and water, and the reaction is known as neutralization reaction, since water is a product of this reaction. Okay. So thank you, student. In the next video we will see another interesting topic. Okay.